Today I have come to address the United Kingdom, and I have come to also address the Nigerian news media, and I have come to address Biafrans. Before I go forward into this particular speech, which is going to come from a different form, unlike what I usually do in the past, I will address the UK Home Office. I will address the European Union. I will address Biafrans. The most important being the Biafran people. Before I move ahead with this State of the Nation address, I want to say it for my freedom's sake. I am not afraid of the United Kingdom. Today, the United Kingdom exited the EU, and I want to remind you those political powers who were behind the exit of Britain from the European Union, because I will make reference to them today. I want you to understand the people that were behind Brexit are as follows. The current Prime Minister of Britain, Boris Johnson, a man called Nigel Farage, and Michael Gove. These are the men, the strong men, who led Britain out of European Union. So today, only today, on this State of the Nation address, as the spokesperson of Biafra under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, I want you to address me as Nigel Farage of Biafra. Only for today. For this particular day alone, address me as the Nigel Farage of Biafra. For just today. These men led Britain out of European Union before they started the campaign for the Brexit. Nobody was coming to the United Kingdom to kill them. Nobody was entering Wales to kill them. Nobody was coming with cows and AK-47 to torment and harass Queen Elizabeth. But for so many reasons, they felt that Britain, it is not for the best interest of Britain to continue to be part of the European Union. Today, as I stand on this podium, shouting and yelling for the people of Biafra to be free from Nigeria, I want to be addressed as Nigel Farage of Biafra for today. The exact thing I am doing now is what the current Prime Minister Boris Johnson what Michael Gove have done as they continued the quest to exit the European Union. Finally, they exited the European Union. No bullet was fired. Before I go into addressing Biafrans, and of course, the Home Office of the United Kingdom, I want to also remind them and remind Biafra people that the UK Home Office never proscribed or designated IPOB as a terrorist organization like you are all seeing on Nigeria, uncultured and unethical medias. The United Kingdom never designated IPOB as a terrorist organization. But whether there was such thing or not, I have come to address them anyway. So I want Biafrans to understand that the impression that the Nigerian media are putting out there were our lies. The UK never designated IPOB as a terrorist organization. Rather, what happened is something that happens all over the world in asylum procedures, immigration acts of every country of the world. When you come from a country that is perceived to not be a crisis zone, like they want Nigeria not to be in a crisis zone, the asylum cases will be handled individually. So if you come from Nigeria to apply asylum in the United Kingdom, you are not coming to apply because Boko Haram is killing people or that Boko Harams are killing people in the north. For that reason, you flee Nigeria. No. You must be able to prove your case. That the reason you flee Nigeria is because the killing of Boko Haram is affecting you directly. That if you stay back to Nigeria, Boko Haram will kill you. Or the effect of the Boko Haram killing will affect you. So you should be able to prove this point to the immigration before you are granted asylum. And that is exactly what the UK Home Office have done. But then, there is something very important, which is the reason I am doing this State of the Nation broadcast today. The United Kingdom picked on human rights violators. That human rights violators is the reason why I have come to address Biafrans today. So, but before I go forward, I would like to make it very clear to the Biafra people that the United Kingdom never designated IPOB as a terrorist organization because we are not a terrorist organization. They only make reference that Nigeria proscribed IPOB. And then they begin to talk about the criteria of how the asylum can be processed, assessed, and granted on individual cases and on individual basis. And the Nigerian news media carried it. And then after carrying it, you twist all of them, they twisted it. And then all of you, the Biafra people, when they say go to school, you don't go to school. If you go to school, Nigeria school is not even good enough for you to start reasoning. They twisted everything, and all of a sudden, we begin to read on social media that UK, United Kingdom, has designated IPOB as a terrorist organization. Where did you see that? Because it is not in anywhere. Now, I would like to make this speech completely different from what I used to do in the past. I would like to make comments and explain some things about human rights violation, because the United Kingdom said that those involved in human rights violation will not be granted asylum or may not be granted asylum. We are not involved in human rights violation. Rather, we are the victim of human rights violation. So when they talk about separatists in Nigeria and outside Nigeria seeking asylum, that if you are involved in human rights violation, you may not be granted asylum. We are telling them that nobody in Biafra is involved in human rights violation. And if you think that you are going to use such statement to try to scare us from agitating and fighting for the liberation of Biafra people, you have failed. I am going to lead if that is what it takes to bring Biafra. So the United Kingdom, we are not scared. We are not afraid of you. I have just given example how you left European Union. Why can't you give us that same exact right to try democratically to see whether Nigeria, whether everybody in Nigeria want to be part of Nigeria? The time is over when you will be using your laws to cage us and threaten us as if we are in colonial era. There are new breeds that are ready to make history. I will be part of them. Human rights encompasses an articulation of the need for people to be treated in a just, decent, and a human way, regardless of their ethnic, religious, and racial profile. Human rights violation involve denying human rights and human beings their basic moral entitlement to some extent. For example, human rights violation, also called the crime against humanity, include genocide, torture, rape, and slavery, wanton starvation, and medical experimental, among others. All these Biafran people have suffered for years, and Britain was part of it. What constitutes human rights violation? They said wanton starvation, where Biafrans will not starve to death in the 60s by the tactics employed by the British government. It happened. Have anybody paid price for that? Even though we do not have the ICC back then. But have anybody showed remorse for the wanton starvation of Biafra people? Our children were killed by hunger as a result of the British government experience in torture. They say the human right, those who involve in human rights abuse will not be granted asylum, while we are the victim. Though this human rights violation have been part of human history. And only in the last century has the universal consensus emerged that this same British and all of them unconditionally, they claim that they have now accepted that wanton starvation, torture, the genocide, rape have become, unconditionally wrong. They accepted that it was wrong, and Biafra suffered it. After you came to accept that wanton starvation is wrong, have you apologized? If not apology, what have you done to please and appease somebody like me, a Biafran, that my lineage were wiped out as a result of your wanton starvation against Biafra people. Because the reason why I am explaining this particular human rights violation is that was the reason they gave. Perpetrators, according to international law, research, perpetrators of human rights violations range from government, corporation, even organized crime rings, to community and individuals. But there are numerous underlying factors, underlying causes that could drive people to commit human rights violation. There is temptation to view. There are temptations to view human rights violation in a one-dimensional construct, encompassing the very simplistic spectrum of the evil versus good. Where is the British conscience in that? It is in the mindset of many people that perpetrators of human rights violation are inherently evil. Nigeria government is one of them. Buhari is one of them. Nigeria army, they are part of it. They commit these crimes as a way of self-gratification or even to feed their greed. And of course, above all, for the Fulanization of Nigeria, which we, the modern generation, our blood is very hot. Our blood is very hot. We have come to Europe, we have come to Western world, we have seen, we have civilized, we have read, we have researched, and we are ready for anybody that is coming to stop our freedom. We are not committing crime. What we do is to defend our land, and that we will continue to do. Come and show me in your law where it says, when somebody come with AK-47 to kill you, you sit and watch him kill you. We have watched them kill us for many years. The time has come. We are not going to watch them kill us again. Now, it is in the mindset of many people that perpetrators of human rights violation are inherently evil and commit this crime as a way to feed their greed. But in Nigeria case, it is for the Islamization and the Fulanization of Nigeria. Remember what I told you? I say, call me, address me as Nigel Farag today. Nigel Farag of Biafra. That is what I want you to call me today, just for today. So that when they watch this, my broadcast, as they plan their evil, they will have something hitting them in their chest. This particular human rights violation that we are talking about, it is inconceivable that a particular group of people like Fulani terrorists can take up arms and massacre thousands of people from different ethnic groups in Nigeria without there being other important compelling factors other than Usman Danfodio conquest. And you want to use your give asylum. We were never interested in the British asylum. Only those who mistakenly find themselves outside the country are seeking asylum. We don't want to be part of asylum. When the United Kingdom offered asylum to IPOB, we rejected it. I want everybody to understand that. We rejected the asylum. Have you all forgotten? Because what they wanted to do is to give us asylum so that everybody will leave Nigeria and run to the United Kingdom. You will go there and start eating burger, cleaning plate and washing the street. Forget that your freedom is more important. That actually people can come to Biafra to wash plate and clean the street in the next 20 years. We rejected it. I was part of the rejection of that particular asylum to the IPOB. Because we don't need it. Our women have not only been exploited by the Nigerian army and soldiers and other security agencies from across the divide, but it is a common practice for soldiers to carry the women of our women, kidnap them, and after raping them, lock them up and transfer them to Niger State. And they use them as comfort women. You know, that's what they call it in war. You know, they're already fighting war. They adopted kidnap our women, turn them into sex slave. They call them comfort women from their own side. The British and the UK Home Office and everybody was watching and listening to this happening in Nigeria for decades. And they did nothing. They did nothing. This is what constitutes a sort of institutionalized sexual violence against Biafra women. Rape is also a very, very big tactics that the Nigerian army have used and other security agencies. They have employed to use the rape of our women, abduction of our children, to install terror. They use it to instill terror. Today, go to Imo State. They have used the killing, they have used the abduction of women and raping them, and they have instilled terror in the population in order to silence our women who are active politically in Biafra land. And some of you watched the video where you see that we are cutting the private part of a woman. And of course, you think Biafra will do that? It's a propaganda video. That is what the DSS and the Nigerian army have done. They kill their own and they blame it on Biafrans. And some of you, the stupid that you do not support Biafra because you don't have the population that is against Biafra. All you do is to start sharing those nonsense propaganda video. The perceived presence of dangerous agent. How this human rights violation is being perpetrated by people and the Nigerian government, including the indigenous people, when their life is under threat. The perceived presence of dangerous agents in form of aliens, like Fulani terrorists, is a particular potent and catalyst for conflict and human rights violation in Biafra land today. What have the British government done about that? Ask yourself, what is the catalyst of the insecurity in Nigeria today? It is the invasion of the Fulani terrorists into our land. They carry AK-47 freely, they kill and maim, and the people are scared. They have to protect their land. That was what gave birth to Eastern Security Network. We can no longer farm, and today Eastern Security Network has come to stay. It is not terrorism. It is called self-defense. So if the British and the UK Home Office ask you, tell them that because of the perceived presence of dangerous agents in the form of Fulani terrorists and herdsmen, that is the particular potent catalyst of the conflict going on today in Nigeria. It is not only in Biafra land. The catalyst of the conflict is the Fulani herdsmen trying to front the Usman Danfodio to run over our land. They are the same thing with Boko Haram. They are the same thing with Daesh. They are the same thing with ISWAP. Today we see the Nigerian army, they are now killing themselves when they get exposed. So tell United Kingdom, we are not interested in your asylum. Those who come there to seek asylum, you know, they have found their way to seek asylum there. You treat their case individually. You can't just because of asylum and we jeopardize our freedom. When few of you went to European Union and start fighting decade of relationship with the European Union, you dissolve it amicably. Why don't you give Biafra and the Nigerian people the opportunity you enjoyed exiting the European Union? That's what we asked for. And in the absence of that, you are supporting and aiding violence in Nigeria. And that is what you are getting. The violence will be there until you address the issue of this dangerous diversity that everybody is fighting for. Now they want to exit Nigeria. You exited European Union. We want to exit Nigeria. Is that too much to ask? Our people are paying the biggest price. You stay in the United Kingdom. Do you know what is Nigeria? You sent Catherine Lang to go to Lagos and Abuja and stay. Did she know what is going on in my village? She don't know. Did she know how people survive in Nigeria? She don't know. My Biafra people, I am calling on you today. Do not even succumb an inch. Let anybody come with whatever they want. If I am not there tomorrow, you are going to fight. But I will be there till the end. I want you to understand that the conventionally, the militarily inferior group, when it comes to how the human rights violations are committed, the militarily inferior group, sensing, if any militarily inferior group, sensing the potential domination, if you sense a potential domination by a stronger force, that's usually the first initiate the conflict. But in Nigeria, it is not like that. In Nigeria case, it is not like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? In Nigeria case, instead of you to initiate the attack against Fulani when you have sensed danger, no, you want to be good. It is until they kill you the first time, you will shout. They will come again and kill you the second time, you will shout. They will kill you again the second time, you will shout. And you have shouted and they have killed you for years. But normally, you don't need Fulani to attack you before conflict will start. According to research, it is only that you sense danger, that there is a potential domination of your land. Just potential domination of your land can trigger conflict. In Nigeria case, it is not happening like that. In Nigeria case, they will kill you first. And when you retaliate, when you defend yourself, they will now be tagging you international community because they control the government. What they do, they invite Catherine Lang to northern Nigeria. They invite Catherine Lang to Sokoto, and they feed her, they give her, they treat her like a queen, because even the Queen of England is not enjoying the kind of audience that Catherine Lang is enjoying in Nigeria. The country, the world capital corruption. The capital of corruption is Nigeria. So Catherine Lang, as a woman, she go to North. Anytime she lands at the airport, They will bring a traditional Fulani dancers. They will dance and they will escort her. I want this video to go to Home Office UK. That we are not even, our mind have been made up. We are not scared of anybody. If you want to come and arrest Monekpa, are you not going to arrest me under law? Is it law? You are going to quote some law that made you to arrest me, right? So bring that law and arrest me. Or plan my kidnap and let me see how you are going to kidnap me. I will be the bone that you can never swallow. What I am doing now is the exact thing Nigel Farage did for Britain. It is the exact thing Boris Johnson did for Britain. It is the exact thing Michael Gove did for Britain to end decade of union between Britain and the European Union. And they call it Brexit. So bring the law. That is why when I look at all these people that say they envy Simon Ekpa, you are a terrorist. They want to arrest you. They go, are they going to arrest me by which law? Let them bring that law and arrest me and tell me that the fighting for the freedom of my people is a crime. Under which law? And calling for the self-defense. If they want to kill you, kill them back. Enough is enough. We are getting there. And let me tell you people, if you think you have seen anything, we are just getting started. We are getting started. So what am I saying? I am addressing you Biafrans. What I am telling you today is that the British did not designate IPOB as a terrorist organization. Rather, they said those who come to apply asylum, their cases will be treated individually to know whether the person have committed human rights violation. Now, I am explaining what is human rights violation to them. Now, let us look at the colonial era in Africa. The initial strategy by the European Union, by the Europeans, the explorers and settlers, as you may call them, had been to send in Africa missionaries to make peace. They sent missionaries to make peace with the indigenous tribe, including in Biafra land, so to pave way for the peaceful interaction. Some people noticed that these people that are bringing peace initiative to us, what are they coming to do? Do you know what happened? Do you know how European Union did it? However, when the local people, communities, were suspicious of European intruders, and once they engaged them militarily, bam, they later crushed the resistance ruthlessly. What did I say? Ruthlessly. They crushed you. But first of all, they came. They gave you bread. They gave you biscuit. They gave you Fanta. They gave you Coke. They gave you Catholic. They gave you Anglican. They were making peace. We accepted that. We embraced it. When you notice that this thing they were giving you was to take our natural resources, you try to resist them, they crush you ruthlessly. They brought arms, ammunition, use your community people, they kill everybody that resisted them. It happened. It happened. It's not a make-up story. The same people today are telling us after a decade that we do not have right to demand that we want to renegotiate the existence of Nigeria. They say, no, you don't have right to do that. You are better one. Who the hell does that? The only thing that is really happening now is that there are so many things we don't have access to yet. And when we do, and they have not started discussing the renegotiation of Nigeria, we will start the war again. I am telling you, because already they have started the war. It's just that we don't have all the things that is needed. Because if we have, the war would have been blown up now. Every day, the military are there killing our people. For what? Because you want freedom. For what? Because you are asking the opportunity that Nigel Farage have. You are asking the opportunity that Boris Johnson had. You are asking the opportunity that Michael Gove had. You are asking the opportunity that Catherine Lang enjoyed. She had the opportunity to make her voice heard, whether to be part of the European Union or not. Recently, this is not like 1,000 years ago. And we say, Nigeria is killing us. We can no longer be part of it. And let me tell you how the locals were crushed ruthlessly by the colonials. You know what they did? An aspect of fear can be traced in both sets of antagonists. The indigenous group were afraid that European forces would come to dominate.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notifications. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.